Hi, good afternoon, everybody. Tom Stewart here with Smart Business Moves. It's Thursday afternoon, 5 o'clock Eastern Time. Hey, Liz, how are you today?
I'm well. How are you doing today, Tom?
I'm doing awesome. I am doing awesome. And I don't know if there's going to be many people that are surprised today or not in terms of who our special secret guest is, because we dropped several clues over the course of the week. And some of the clues were your family man. You've been married to your wonderful wife for how many years, Liz?
Over a quarter of a century is
Over a quarter of a century. You own a mall, not a MAUL, but an MALL. You're a really big soccer fan. We say he's a really big soccer fan. So whenever we go with a he or a she, that kind of is a hint there as well. What was the other hint, Liz? Oh, past president of RXC.
Yeah.
So everybody was pretty much dialing it in by the time we got to the end of the week. So maybe we need to make harder clues in the future.
No, in the past I made really hard clues, and people couldn't even guess Debbie Sardone. Those clues are too hard if they can't guess Debbie, right? So I thought I did a really good job this week. Actually, I think just enough people figured it out, but not everybody. Marlo did.
Yeah.
So, on the right-hand side of your screen, you see where it says private chat?
Yeah.
There's another tab for comments, and that'll show you the live comments that are streaming through. Yeah, I know, right? Oh, hey, Rosemary. You didn't guess Debbie. I know, right? I'm like, oh, my clues were way too hard.
I wasn't able to. Yeah, there we go.
We had a little technical difficulty with sound today, and so RJ's on his phone. Oh, but your phone is really good.
I'm doing something new today for the first time. For the last several weeks, I guess, we've been streaming this to both the Cleaning Business Today Facebook page as well as the Modern Cleaning Facebook page. Mm-hmm. But I figured out that we can stream this directly to YouTube. So we're doing that today for the first time. So we're streaming to the Cleaning Business Today Facebook page as well as the Cleaning Business Today YouTube page. So
okay. Cool.
I don't know what that means in the whole scheme of things, but we're gonna find out. How about that?
All right. So why don't we're getting a few people on here, Tom. Why don't we let RJ give us a quick rundown, who he is, what he does, all that good stuff?
That would be awesome. How about it, RJ?
Well, thank you. Thanks for having me. And Marlo, if you're listening, thanks for guessing. So Liz, 34 years of marriage.
I knew it was over 25. Definitely over a quarter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tom, thank God, and I mean that wholeheartedly. We sold our mall end of January. He collected all the rents in February, and in March, all these businesses were closed, except us.
Have been better.
Yeah.
And so when I say thank God, I really mean it.
Yes.
Because we were able to sell and get out, and I didn't want that for him, but that was not in I didn't have a crystal ball. I promise.
Just happened.
And you guys were right. I'm a big soccer nut. I love soccer. I watch it. I still play it. I played collegiate. I played amateur. I coached. I have a state national license. I'm just a nut. So, yeah.
We did tell everybody that. Yeah.
I think that's where Marlo got you.
Yeah. She guessed somebody else first, and then she was like, "Oh my gosh, he's one of my best friends. How did I not get this first?"
That's
Like,
right.
yeah.
That's right.
So Rosemary for the record is telling us that she did guess Debbie, so we need to give her props for that.
She did not, Tom.
Well, that's what it says.
Read it again, Tom.
Oh, I did not guess Debbie. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt. I was just so sure that you would have, Rosemary. I'm surprised. Why didn't you?
So, Tom, there's this thing in English where we have to read all the words.
Yeah, I know. I skip them every once in a while, especially the little ones. Before we get too deep into this, you guys need to be thinking about your questions and dropping them into the comments as well. So we've got them queued up and ready to go. Sorry, RJ, I digress.
No worries, no worries. Well, I think perhaps many don't know, for 27 years I had a hotel. And then we closed it, built this shopping center. But before that, 18 years ago, we opened PCT Clean. And we have absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved cleaning. It was a perfect diversification from the hotel industry to the cleaning industry. But I realized perhaps 6 months into it, I had a lot to learn. A lot to learn. The transition was
cleaning homes. How complicated can that be?
Oh, good, he's back.
You disappeared for a second.
Yeah.
Kind of serious lag.
I'm here.
Okay, we got you back. Oh, good.
There we go.
Yeah. Yay. Okay. So, well, I'm glad we got you back. Tom was saying, RJ, that why? Gosh, it's so easy. All it is cleaning houses. What was so difficult?
When you clean.
Oh, darn it. Oh, I think I jinxed him earlier.
I'm here.
Okay, well, we hear you. We just don't see you.
Your camera.
Okay. Well, when you clean for emotions or people that are in the
RJ, I think you're logged in twice now, and I don't know what you need to hang up something.
Is that better?
We can hear you fine, but your camera's not on.
Right. Let me see. And I don't know why, Tom, because I'm right here. But while I'm working on that,
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, we can hear you fine.
Yeah, we can hear you fine.
But I
well, now we can hear you fine.
I wanted to hear about cleaning for emotion. That's right up my.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
You're cleaning for people that are emotionally attached to their personal items. And how you go about cleaning those, it's a different world. And what I used to say to people is, people come to me in the hotel business, or came to me in the hotel business, and expected a clean room, a clean facility, a clean pool, et cetera, et cetera. But when you go to their home, clean takes on a new meaning. And I've always said, we've always cleaned for health first, appearance second. And so there was so much to learn for me.
Yeah.
That transition was different. Though same, it was different.
Yeah, I can totally see that. Because like you said, the expectations are different. And a lot of times we underestimate how important the expectations are. Like, the expectations are what the delivery. So we are very simpatico in this thinking that you got to be clean for the emotion that people are going for, and not just the measurement of the surface, how clean it is. Clean is important, but how people feel about the clean is ultimately the most important piece.
Correct.
Oh, darn, I wish we could get you back on camera, especially for on the spot. But I mean, if we can't, we can't.
I will keep trying. You keep asking the questions. I will keep working on it.
All right, sounds good. So y'all, if you have any questions, ooh, I like that bow. There, that's good, Tom. So until you get your video working, we got a picture of you at least, RJ, and it's cute.
Tom, you're going to make me work hard to get that picture off.
The ball's in your court, RJ.
Yeah, I see that.
I don't know. I like this picture a lot. This is very cute. Is it St. Patrick's Day?
Yes.
Okay, that's awesome. All right, looks like we do have a question coming up from Ekaterina. Hi, Ekaterina. Good to see you. And I actually have 2 questions that people had sent me before on the spot today, Tom.
Before we jump into questions, do we want to talk about what we're doing next week?
Oh, sure. I won't be here.
Oh. Well, you're going to be like in some secret location. You might be able to drop in for who knows.
I don't know. I'm next week. I'm doing oh, there's RJ.
Can you hear us, RJ? Feedback.
There we go.
If you could go back to what you were doing before and drop this connection, I think it'll be better.
We didn't have any volume though on the computer. I'm thinking if we can mute everything on the computer so we can see his face, but then have the volume through the phone would be good, maybe. All right. Anyway, while you guys are getting that up and running, next week I'm doing an ultimate personal experience, which is where I go out to a business for a week, spend a week there working on their business. And I'll be in Indiana. I'm a little stressed out. If you can see here, it is about 68 today. And I'm comfy, so I'm a little bit nervous about what it's going to be like in Indiana, but and it's 5 o'clock Eastern, so I think I'll still be working. When I do a on-site, I usually spend a full day, 7:30 to at least 6:30 working. So I doubt we'll be able to get on here, but maybe, you never know. Hi, Dawn. Hi, Dawn. Right, Dawn? I agree. That was a great picture. But RJ, I like seeing you in the moving flesh better. Tom, remember we could mute ourselves, and sometimes that worked.
There we go.
Okay. RJ?
I'm here.
Awesome. Yeah. Okay. We're back in business. We are in business.
Yes, we have everything now.
Real
visual, audio. Yay.
Monday, the 27th, we're going to have John Braun. He's going to be telling us communicating effectively with clients. I met John. He lives in Colorado, has a lot of experience in the carpet cleaning world.
And marketing. He has a marketing company.
Yeah, he's got it's a marketing company. He does consulting as well, right?
Yep.
But from another industry. And it's always cool to get somebody from another industry. We're going to hear stuff we've never heard before.
And the reason he's coming on is to talk to us about effective communication with your clients to bring them back. A lot of companies are finding that they're not communicating enough or effectively enough to the clients back. The clients don't even know a lot of times that your company is still open or how safe you are. So he's going to talk to us about that, which I'm excited. I'll be able to watch it live, luckily.
And if Liz isn't going to be here, we're going to have guest hosts as well. don't know if we can say a lot about that at the moment, where some of those deals are still being, our agents are talking to their agents and all that's being negotiated at this point.
Trying to figure out who's going to be on what day and all that good stuff. So
Tuesday, our friend Joe Walsh, we're getting busy again. What's the deal there, Liz?
So one of my members of our Mastermind Accountability Group and our growth group was talking about how they are just really getting busy. And one of the reasons why they're getting busy is because Joe Walsh's company is sending them on average 2 leads a day. Because they're so busy. Joe Walsh is so busy. Green Clean Maine. And so I really wanted Joe to talk to us about, why are you so busy? How are you getting so busy? I'll try and mute as soon as I'm done talking here too, because it did help when you muted. So I'll try and mute as soon as I'm done. And so I just want to hear, what's he doing? Why is he so busy? How's he getting busy? What's he doing to ramp up and ramp up quickly? And I know it's hard. He's trying to ramp up really fast, going from, just think about it. If you were a small company and then all of a sudden you're a big company again, right? That's what you got to be able to just jump on. So he's going to talk to us about that. I'm super excited. I'm not going to be here again. All right. Go ahead, Tom. I'll mute and you can talk about deal day. Hey, Tom, you're still muted.
God, you guys missed some really good stuff there. Sorry. We kicked off a deal day last Wednesday, and we have vendors come in with a deal special for smart business moves, and they get 4 minutes to pitch their deal and explain what the call to action is. And then you have up to 48 hours to take advantage of that opportunity. It's a good way to learn about products and services that are designed for the residential cleaning industry and get an opportunity to try it out at and get additional value that you wouldn't be able to get under normal circumstances. And we had a lot of fun with it last week, and looking forward to do it again next Wednesday. On the spot is going to be Thursday. Liz, do you have a hint for us as to who our secret guest will be?
So I can't use the hint that I want to use that we will use at the end of the week. And I'll give Tom all the hints for the week so he can give them to you next week. The hint that I have this week is I realized that, I'm not going to say that either. That will be too obvious too soon. This guest is a guy. That's all I'm going to give you right now. I have so many things to say, but they're too obvious. Okay, here's one. I got a good one. Tom and I made a bet about this guy. And the bet was, I'm not going to tell you more than this, so don't ask, but the bet was that he would eat a burger before Thanksgiving. That was the bet. For the record, I won that bet. And that's all I'm going to tell you. I won the bet, and you'll have to figure out what that is. Good, Diane. I'm glad you love Deal Day. That's awesome.
I did lose that bet.
Yes, you did.
Okay.
To my knowledge, she has still not had a burger.
I believe you're right.
All righty.
Hey, Liz.
Yeah.
Marlo says she wants to make fun of me, but what Marlo forgets, I have some incriminating pictures.
Oh,
be careful, sister.
Let's see them. Oh, I can't. Where is she? Did she tell you that separately? Because I didn't see him pop up here.
Yeah, I think she texted me.
You can share your screen if you want, RJ, or send me the pictures.
She may disown me.
Yeah, no, she calls you one of her best friends, so let's not do that, okay?
No, we won't do that.
How best friends, how they roll. All righty. And Tom, are you going to go first today?
Sure, I'll go first today. This is a long question here. Facebook is oversaturated with cheap cleaning ads. Large chains like Handy and Dazzling Cleaning advertise home cleanings for $19. Actually, those are subscription services, 12 months at least, but it seems they are getting lots of customers. Here's my question. How many small companies like ours can compete with those ones? What do they lack? Which can we use as our strengths? That's a good question.
That is a good question. Yeah, I feel like that we got some answers for that too, Katerina. You know, what are some things that they lack that we have as strengths that can actually make a difference? Hey, Tom, can you change the view so that the question isn't over RJ's face?
I'll just remove it. We know what the question is. Okay. Most questions are small enough where that one's a lot of meat on that one.
And usually you put RJ in the middle, and so it covers my face if it is going to.
Okay, there you go. Here. How about that?
There we go. Now all we can see is Penelope up there.
Okay, you guys ready? I'll go. You really have to differentiate yourself and compete on value as opposed to cost. You know, there's going to be a lot of people out there that are coming up with all kinds of crazy deals. And I mean, this isn't new. I mean, well, you know, the whole Handy and the virtual maid service, I guess, is new, but this has been going on forever, where there's been low-cost providers in the marketplace that are providing a lower value of service than what most professional house cleaning services would provide. So you really have to be able to explain when somebody wants to know what are you going to charge. You need to be able to explain all the things that you do first. Do you have employees? Do you train them? The products you use, the insurance you have, all the things that professional cleaning companies have that Handy that use independent contractors. And the other thing is just explaining that it's a 12-month deal. You just have to differentiate yourself, explain the difference.
Good job, Tom.
That's what happens when you use your minute. Okay, RJ, you ready?
I'm ready. So to me, this is like an identity crisis. And what I mean by that is you have to identify your target market. For me, I would not even dare go after that kind of a clientele because their mindset is not what my mindset is. Just everything what Tom said, licensed, bonded, insured, training. If you wanted to find this person, where would you find them? Whereas this community knows if they ever wanted to find me, they can call my cell phone. They can come to my office here. It's about relationships. To build healthy relationships, most good consumers know you pay a good price for a great service. So I'm not sure that I would be going after that kind of a client for $19. So it's a matter of target market.
Very good.
Yeah, he's going to be one of those people that's spot on.
You ready, Liz?
I am. All right, I agree with what everybody else said. I really like RJ's catchphrase too. Get a great service for a good price for a great service. I really like that. I'm going to keep that in mind. So some things that I think that we can do to differentiate ourselves kind of in bullet point fashion are we're more dependable. Because our company has employees and we are connected to you, we can give you exactly what you need versus what we automatically do. So we can relate to you in that way, give you what you need. The second thing is because we are running our own companies, we can make sure that the products and the chemicals that are used are what's safe and effective because we get to decide that. We get to determine that where, like at Handy, every person uses different stuff. Is the stuff good?
Very good.
Ran out of time.
Everybody took it to the wire.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think this is an awesome question here. And thank you, Heather, for asking. And RJ, I think you're up first this time.
Absolutely. Heather, that is a great question. And here's why. In 2006, when I first joined ARCSI, 2003 is when I first opened my company. So the 3-year span, I felt like we capped out in that 3rd year, and I wasn't moving. And I didn't know why. I didn't know anybody in the cleaning industry. And the people I knew, they were sort of around my service area. So they weren't necessarily going to tell me what some of the industry secrets were. So I needed a place that I could belong to. And let me tell you, ever since ARCSI, it's been phenomenal. The growth has been phenomenal. The learning has been phenomenal. Obviously, that's why the growth is there. But the relationships, the bonding with people like Marlo, it's just priceless.
Excellent. Very good. You ready, Liz? Liz?
Sorry, y'all. I didn't realize I was muted. All right.
I'll give you another start here. Go ahead.
Thanks, Tom. Okay, so for me, the big word around ARCSI that it should say is ARCSI equals opportunity, because that's the big thing. ARCSI brings so many more opportunities to everybody's business that I know of, in terms of relationships, like RJ was talking about, new trends, new training. What is it that I can do that's bigger, better, more than I could before? Almost everybody that you've seen on our show, maybe not everybody, but I would say at least 80%, maybe 90% of our guests that you've seen on this show have been ARCSI members, because that's where we met these people, and that's where we learned about what they have to offer and that we've been able to learn from. So it's not just about me being able to learn from them and make my business better. It's also about learning from them and making your business better. Opportunity all the way. Oh, Tom's muted again.
Sorry. I've been involved with ARCSI pretty much from the very beginning. And prior to ARCSI, I mean, this was before, social media or anything else. And you were just like in your cleaning business by yourself. And you didn't know if you were the only person who was having those problems or not. It was a very lonely business, quite frankly. ARCSI changed all that. And back in the day, it was really rare to find any cleaning company that was doing $1 million a year in house cleaning. And it's taken, this has been going on for 15 plus years, I guess. But now you can find large companies all over the place. And there's a lot of reasons for that. But I don't think that would be the case if it wasn't for ARCSI. The value that ARCSI brings to the industry is it helps professionalize the industry. It gives us a way of differentiating ourselves from the handies and the other people that are selling, low rate, services. ARCSI makes it a better industry for us all to compete in.
That was good, Tom.
That was good. Actually, I loved all those answers, and I agree with all of them too. I'm not sure there's one top takeaway. ARCSI's, awesome program.
Can I just take another second on that, because this is really important.
So I have to warn you guys. Every time ARCSI comes up, he does this. When we were at the mansion, he literally took 4 minutes instead of 1, because we couldn't get him to calm down. We're like, all right, Tom, you got it. But he's a little passionate about the subject. Go ahead, Tom.
It's too easy to reduce ARCSI to, how am I going to get more customers if I'm a member of ARCSI? And it's a lot more complicated than that. I mean, there's things you will learn that will help you do that and build a better business and more sustainable business and, make better jobs and provide better service. All of that's there too. But the other part, which is a lot more subtle, is the relationships and actually building an industry that you can be proud to be a part of and be an important part of. And that, as much as anything, is the reason that, all companies are doing better in the industry today than what they were 15 years ago when ARCSI first started. So it's it's not just about the immediate thing of like buying something, enjoying it like you're buying a training program. Although they do have training, and a lot of that's great too. But it's a lot more than that. You're building an industry that is better for you and your stakeholders, your clients, and your employees to all be part of.
Liz, do we have a chance to rebuttal? I'm kidding.
Go ahead.
Tom, I do want to add one thing, and it's the most recent thing that happened is when, everybody knows that ARCSI merged with the ISSA, but the value kind of multiplied when we joined with the ISSA. And that really came to life recently when John, and I don't remember his last name, but he does the governmental affairs within ISSA. He sent us all an email and basically said, hey, reach out to your Congress people or state representatives and tell them about our industry. I reached out to my congressman because he and I are friends. And I talked to him for 18 minutes. And during that 18 minutes, he had no idea about ARCSI, about ISSA. And it was a chance to educate him, talk to him about our industry. He said, RJ, I'm going to hang up the phone now and call the governor and make sure he announces the cleaning industry is essential so we could remain open.
That
was impactful.
That's awesome. I didn't know that, RJ. I never heard about that. I love that.
Yeah, there's a lot going on from a legislative standpoint, at all levels of government that are transparent to most cleaning businesses. But the dues that you pay to ARCSI, and it's all like lumped in together with ISSA, they got people that are lobbying on our behalf.
Absolutely.
Liz, you said you had a couple of questions. You want to hit me up? You're muted, Liz.
Thanks, Tom. Yeah, I do have two questions. They're both pretty easy. The first one was, are you stocking up on PPE? And this came from a conversation we were having, and she wanted to know what's everybody doing? Are they stocking up? Is everybody nervous about round two? And, I don't. She was saying that she doesn't want to be a hoarder and be one of those people that's, like looked down on, but she's also nervous that if it hits again, she's not going to be able to get PPE for her people. So she wanted to know, what's everybody doing about PPE?
You're first, Liz. You want to
go? Sure. So yes, I'm stocking up a little bit. I'm not going crazy, but every 2 weeks, I'm placing a decent sized order. I'm not going, like I said, I'm not going crazy. And I don't plan on impacting anybody else in my area. I also plan on letting it be known that I have the PPE that I have, so that if anybody needs it, if we come into a problem again with the hospitals, I'm happy to be able to donate what I have. I don't have a lot of the N95s. I didn't get a ton of those. Because it doesn't look like they're going to be as necessary maybe for our industry. But yes, I am stocking up to some degree.
Okay, that makes me number two this time. We watch our inventory closely when it comes to PPE, and we're not, buying crazy amounts. But we always make sure that our vendors have the stuff that we need, and we aren't letting our supplies get low either. And we see that we're going to be doing that for the foreseeable future.
Oh, wow.
You ready, RJ?
Yes, I'm ready. So I agree with both you and Liz. We're not stocking up too much. But what I have done is I have reached out to our suppliers and asked them, what is it that you think we're going to run out of, and what's going to be on a back order? And whatever they tell me, I'm going to go ahead and stock up on. And if they can get it at any time I need it, then I don't need to stock up on it. So I'm listening to my suppliers and making decisions like that.
Very good.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that, RJ. I didn't do that. I didn't reach out to my suppliers and ask them. That just seems so obvious now that you said it. I'm absolutely doing that. I'm really glad that she gave me this question now. So yeah, that makes great sense. Does anybody else have any questions? All right, you might be getting off this call a little early today.
We do have a rule. We run out of questions, we quit. You know where it is.
I do have one more question, but if you guys have questions, throw them up there. All right, this one was, what is the best way to get our customers back? That was the whole question. And she's talking specific to right now with COVID-19, you know, a lot of people went on hold. And what did you do? What's the best, what are we doing to get our customers back?
Okay. I guess I'm up first this time.
You're up. Yep, Tom.
All the way back in March, when we first started doing smart business moves, it was my every day. It was just COVID-19, and we talked about the importance of a communications plan. That we needed to make sure that we were having open and frequent communication with our customers. I mean, we were shut down for like 4 weeks, and you know, we were doing blog posts, we were sending emails, we were making phone calls. We just wanted to let our customers know that we were okay, wanted to make sure they were okay, and ask them to hang in there. We'll be back as soon as we can. And even today, I mean, that's the important part of it. We've been open for a while now, but not all of our customers have come back yet. Some of them are still afraid of COVID, and they don't want other people in their home. So the ongoing communication plan, letting them know all the things that we're doing to be safe, the PPE that we're using, the training we're doing, all of that, just to create a picture in their mind that we're ready when they're ready. You ready, RJ?
I'm ready.
Right.
So I agree with everything you said, and there's not a whole lot you can do but communicate. And you've got to keep looking at how many of your customers are coming back. If they're not, I agree with Tom. Pick up the phone and call them and have a one-to-one conversation, because when it comes to COVID or anything, but COVID right now, I have noticed that people can go from one extreme belief to the next. You don't know where this person is in this line of belief. So pick up the phone and call them. Keep it simple.
Very good.
I have to laugh because, okay, that's almost the same answer that you gave before. And again, it's so obvious, right? Pick up the phone and call them, ask them. It's so weird in this new time. That's not something that people do. It's not even on my first list of things to do, pick up the phone and call. 10 years ago, that would have been pick up the phone.
Right.
I love that. Okay.
Okay, we've got a question here.
I'm ready, Tom. I'm ready.
You are ready?
Yeah.
Okay, bang.
Okay. So I agree with the gents over here that communication is top of mind. But there's also some other little things that you can do. And that we, first, to be completely clear, I don't have all of my customers back. So don't take what I say as, oh, gospel, that must work perfectly, because I don't have all my customers back. But one of the things is we kept people on their same schedule. And so when their cleaning load comes up, if they haven't told us yet that they're back on the schedule, we send a text out that says, hey, Sue, just wanted to let you know, tomorrow's your normal cleaning day. We're keeping you on your schedule because we don't want you to lose your spot, and we'll be ready when you're ready. So that has gotten us some people back. They're like, oh, yeah, tomorrow? Yeah, okay. I'm ready. Bring me back. Or, oh, okay, in 2 weeks. I feel like my minutes are always shorter than y'all's.
Yeah, that's kind of the way it works. No, they're all the same. Okay, so Liz has a really good question here. Choice of sanitizer used. There are a lot on the market. RJ, you're up first on this one. Ready?
Yes, ready. Well, I mean, when you think about what is a sanitizer supposed to do, right? A sanitizer is supposed to kill the germs. So what's the most effective? And the most effective that I've seen is the one with the most sort of alcohol content. There are others on the market that um, might be cheaper, but they really smell bad. They might be effective, but I would say anything with a good alcohol content that's not overpowering is a good sanitizer.
Liz, yeah.
Yep, I'm ready. All right, because RJ pretty much talked about hand sanitizers and we're thinking like hand sanitizers, etc. I'm going to talk about disinfectants just to give a little bit more depth to it. So we're using, for our disinfectant, we're using a couple of different things. For our fogging machines, misting machines, we're using Vital Oxide or brew tabs. And there's a generic version of brew tabs, which is what we just ordered. I just found out about it, which I'm really happy about. And then we're also using the Buckeye brand disinfectant that, and basically what I'm looking for is something that's on the list of CDC approved disinfectant. So that's it.
Okay. Guess I'm up. Yeah. As far as disinfectants are concerned, as a rule, we never really use disinfectants. In general maintenance house cleaning, we don't believe under normal conditions it's something that's necessary. I mean, if you're using high quality microfiber towels, I mean, we've got research that it does an adequate job. It does a really good job of removing organic matter and holding on to it. With COVID, however, we've introduced a disinfectant cleaner. We're using a product from Buckeye, but there's plenty of them out there, and a lot of them perform about the same. We are researching moving to hypochlorous acid, where we would actually be doing on-site generation of that, and we haven't pulled the trigger on that yet, but I think that we're moving in that direction.
I hope that answered your question, Liz. That's what you were looking forward for. If you wanted to know more about like sanitizers name brand or something like that, hit us up and let us know. I hope that we gave you what you wanted, though.
Ask the question. Ask another question. Here's one: disposable masks versus homemade washable masks. Liz, I think you're up first.
Yay, I feel so lucky. All right, so I hate this conversation just because right now here in Washington, the conversation around masks is so political and it is violent. We had somebody 4 miles from my home pull a gun on somebody in Walmart, or maybe it was Fred Meyer, because they weren't wearing a mask. So just gonna tell you. Yeah, so I'm going to tell you what we're doing in my company. We have washable masks and we have disposable masks. My concern is for the comfort and health of the people that do the cleaning for me. This job is considered fairly safe and very safe compared to a lot of jobs because they're not around other customers. They're not exposed. So I feel comfortable putting them in whichever type of mask they feel most comfortable.
That makes me number 2 this time. We do both as well. Primarily, most people prefer the washable kind, and that's what we do. But we have the what do they call them, procedure masks, if people prefer that, or if we have like guests coming to our office and they don't have a mask, we will give them one of those. RJ?
So I have, this is a good question, especially this time of year, on what's happening. I won't give you my personal feelings on masks, but I'll give you something logical, I guess. when you ask the question, disposable mask versus homemade. Disposable are going to continue to cost you every time, your staff or you throw it away. The washable ones, obviously, you're going to reuse. So it's cost effective to have the washable one versus the disposable.
Good job, RJ. Good job.
Yes.
Thank you.
That's a hard question in these times, right? That's a hard question.
It is.
Yeah, it is. Liz has another question, and then Lisa also has one.
Okay. I'm number 1 this time.
You are.
We don't use Ecolab. Don't have any like or dislike. Really, I'm familiar with them as a company. I know they do a lot in hospitality. Can't even tell you, why we're using who we're using as opposed to. Well, I can't do. We did a lot of research, and we kind of like the supplier that we're getting our current products from. But I don't have any strong feelings about Ecolab one way or another.
Yeah, I owned a restaurant for a couple of years, and Ecolab seems to be more in the restaurant industry, and usually all their cleaning products are in restaurants and with the high heat dishwashers. So when we had that, it was very good. But I've not used them on the residential side or the commercial side, so I couldn't speak on that behalf. But on the restaurant side, it worked pretty well.
Cool. Ready, Liz?
Yep. Okay, so I don't use Ecolab. I know a bunch of companies that use Ecolab, so I'm going to speak to something a little bit different. And that is that whatever product you're using, if your people feel confident with it and they think it works, as long as it's doing the basic things that you need it to do, it's going to be a good product for you. That's the main thing, is getting people on board with your product. So you just need to have confidence about your product. Make sure that you understand how it works, what it needs. Does it need to have heat? Does it not? Those types of things. How to use it correctly. And once people start using it and they feel confident using it, it'll be a good product for you. Just pick one.
Very good.
Can I say one thing on that, Liz? You said something about have confidence in the product.
Yeah.
The confidence is going to come when you read the small print, the labels. And we've never read labels, but here recently, I've been reading all the labels.
Yeah.
And I think it's very important that everybody reads those labels, because when somebody says, well, how does this work? We need to be quick and very professional how we answer that question. And the buzzwords right now are the kill time or the dwell time. Well, what does that mean? So that's very important to know and understand.
Yeah, especially when it comes to disinfectants. A lot of people don't use them the way they're prescribed.
Mm.
Okay, we got a question here from Lisa. This is certainly timely. RJ, you're up first this time. Ready?
What preventative measures are you taking with cleaners and getting overheated? Wow. Hey, Lisa, how are you? Yeah. That's a toughie. There are people that feel claustrophobic in them. Don't like them. I would say, gosh, I hate to give bad advice, but because I'm sometimes wearing it too long, I just hook it on one side of my face and breathe. And drink water. Drink cold water.
Yeah. You ready, Liz?
Yeah. I first have to say, Lisa, love your profile picture. It looks exactly like you, and it's awesome. All right. All right. So I have an employee in my company that has worked for us. She just celebrated her 18-year anniversary, and she is all about the safety. That is just what she focuses on all the time. And she keeps us on our toes. She has always been worried about wearing the mask and getting overheated. And even though we're in Olympia and we don't have, a lot of heat, she has been very concerned about this. And so she set up some protocols for us that if anybody starts feeling warm, if they're not getting enough water, then they're to go outside and take a 10-minute break. They don't even have to clock out for it. She just wants them to take a break. We take extra water in all cars every single day, so that there's always water available, and it needs to come back.
Sweet. Staying hydrated is really important. Taking breaks is really important. It's important to train properly on how to put them on and take them off without cross-contaminating yourself. They call it donning and doffing. We do a pretty good job of covering that in the COVID class and modern cleaning. But the whole point is we want to train our technicians all the safe practices on how to use their PPE correctly, including the masks. And we give them options in terms of what masks. We can do a cloth mask or a disposable procedure mask, or if they have their own mask that they prefer. We're kind of liberal on all of that, doing as much as we can to make them comfortable given the uncomfortable circumstances and safe.
Right now, you guys are popping in with all the questions.
Yeah, I am asking questions.
Now that we're running out of time here.
Yeah, we have 4 minutes. We can jam one more in. This is a quick one. This is a yes or no.
You might be able to do 2 with this one.
Okay.
We do this fast.
Liz, you're up first this time.
Yeah. Okay, I'll try and go fast. Yes, we do now. A month ago we didn't, but things have changed again. Now they're talking about the airlines, et cetera, so now we are.
RJ? Whoops.
I think I agree with Liz. It's if no one's home, if they feel safe in that home not wearing it, keep it close by, so if the homeowner comes in, they can quickly put it on. But if they feel safe, it's okay.
Don't know why Tom made you go after me. I'm guessing he didn't want to answer.
I'm down to the wire here, and I'm just trying to get in, and I choked. I blew it. Yes, we do. We feel, especially since they've figured out that the airborne part of this is so real that they're in a customer's home. We need to be wearing our mask. We're just about out of time.
It's good.
I think that we're out of questions at the moment. So that
I was thinking that Ernie's was a question, but it actually isn't. He's just making a comment. Yeah.
Making a statement. So, again, this is what we'll be doing next week. Don't come here tomorrow. We're not going to be here. But we're going to be here Monday with John, and he does marketing, does a lot of work in the carpet industry. He'll have a lot of fresh ideas and insight I've met John. I know him. He's a talented guy. You're going to appreciate hearing what he has to say. So you guys be safe over the weekend. RJ, I can't thank you enough for joining us today.
Thank you.
Long overdue, and certainly, we look forward to doing this again with you. Liz, anything else that we need to cover before we call it?
I don't think so. Just thanks so much, RJ. I know it's hard getting you on here. You're super busy. I appreciate you giving us this time. Really appreciate it.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. Thank you all for being on the call. Hello, Greg. Hello, everyone.
Okay, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye, y'all.